Mental fitness. It is a fact that the human mind is a program running on the hardware of the brain. But unlike most hardware, the brain will adapt itself to whatever reasonable load is demanded of it. And the brain is just like the rest of the body in some ways. Just 6 weeks of mindfulness meditation can cause changes in the cortex of the executive areas of the brain visible to a high-resolution MRI. Just like challenging daily exercise, providing good building materials, and following a healthy lifestyle will result in your body getting stronger and better able to function. The brain will do the same. Plan your exercise for your mind just as you should your body. Start by focusing on your weakest areas. What we do not use rapidly atrophies. This applies to the brain also. If you hate math, get a high school algebra workbook and do a few sets a day. Increase the weight to calculus as algebra gets easy. You will soon find that this is no longer your weakness. The human brain usually processes mathematics and equations in an area of the left cerebral hemisphere called the angular gyrus. This area will develop a thicker cortex with mental exercise in this subject. You can change your mind and body over time. You have a limited amount of time to get everything done throughout the day. Break your day up into blocks and plan ahead. Plan your study time, work time, and rest time. They are equally important to your mental and physical health. To stay up to date, I do not recommend watching the news on television. I suggest you find a good condensed news source. NPR's Up First is available by podcast. It is a brief, up-to-date summary of the latest news. Start your day with some calisthenics or stretches and catch up on current events. Hit the gym for resistance training no more than 40 minutes a day, 3 times a week. If your workout takes more than 40 minutes, you're either very advanced or going way too slow. Intensity is more important than duration in this regard. Meditate at least 3 minutes every morning or evening or both. Every other day, get in some intense cardio. Don't jog for an hour. That's not good for your knees. Sprint for 60 seconds, then walk for 10 minutes and repeat twice more. An intense 30-minute routine like this on the days in between resistance training is better for you than long-duration exercise. Bike instead of running if you have bad knees. Then get done whatever it is you do to provide for yourself and your family. When at work, focus completely on work. When work is done for the day, put it out of your mind and focus on yourself and those you care about. Keep 1 hour of study every day for yourself. During this hour, you can watch videos that help you catch up on the advances in technology for the space industry. There are hundreds of YouTube channels to choose from, but to get the most information out of your time, I suggest these two. To the Future with Xishuan and Sebastian is made by 2 very smart people. They both have advanced degrees and know what they are talking about. They are very entertaining and cover all technology updates and advances relevant to the high-tech and space industries. Then consider The Angry Astronaut. He's a lot of fun to watch and will do a deeper dive into some subjects related solely to space. To research particular subjects, I suggest seeing if The Angry Astronaut or The Everyday Astronaut or Scott Manley have done something on it. These 3 are very good at explaining aerospace concepts. Now, don't buy every text available, but to understand rockets you will need a copy of this book. This is the Bible of spaceflight. Rocket Propulsion Elements. It has been updated over the last several decades, with the latest edition coming out in 2016. It is a college textbook, but take it a piece at a time as you study. It is surprisingly readable. Much of it will go over your head. Work what you can, study to be able to do more with what you can't, and eventually it will all be clear. If you understood everything in a text the first time you read it, then you wasted your money. If you want to read some text from our contributors, consider this one on radiation tolerance and exposure during the colonization of the Moon and Mars. If you want to interest your children in space exploration, this is an adventure book that will introduce them to the possibilities of astrobiology. Also, this series by Stuart Gibbs is very entertaining. The children love it. Reading is like exercising. You can try to force your kids to run for an hour and they'll collapse in 30 minutes. Give them a soccer ball and they'll run for hours. Keep yourself healthy in mind and body during these crazy times, and we'll come out the other side stronger and smarter. Thanks for listening, and stay safe.